There's one thing that I know that we both fundamentally agree on based on everything that you've said, and I'm interested to see your side of things. And
Okay.
it's a common question I get when I speak to new clients, which is, but can't I just go viral? And it's the most frustrating phrase in the world to me because one, it's if it was easy to do, there would be no such thing. And two, is it really what you want to do? What's your opinion of going viral versus more traditional awareness building?
Yeah. So I think the viral is that dopamine stage of the process. Everybody wants to be affirmed. They want to have a vanity metric. They want to be able to say in conversation that post went viral. I would much rather have a small group of rabid fans than a large group that gave you a standing ovation for 10 seconds and then vanished and never came back, especially if you are interested and you truly believe that your brand can solve a problem or provide a need for somebody. Why would you just want applause for applause sake? If something goes viral and it also connects with that audience, that's a different story. But typically, what we see from a going viral perspective, it's a flash in the pan and there's no long-standing connection to the brand. So to chase a viral post is like chasing after the wind. So I don't know if that's your opinion. Sounds like it might be, but I would
There is
much
no
rather go
silver
for the
bullet.
connection. Yeah.
There's no silver bullet. If things were easy, everyone would be rich because we'd all be honed in.
Oh
We
yeah.
would all hone in on that thing that makes us all go viral and brings us money very, very easily, quicker than everybody else would do anything. It just doesn't exist. There might be tricks and hacks that you can use to help accelerate what it is that you're doing, but they usually require hard work and effort still. That's the bit that we're all a bit loath to give, and that's why I like talking to folks like yourself, Jimmy, because you're proof that hard work pays off, but it's got to be the right hard work, and it's got to be focused and intentional. And I think that's the thrust of what you're seeing, right? Is it's all great and well having your messaging out there, but you've got to have clear goals that you're trying to achieve with your messaging, and you've got to know how it works. And I think there's a lot of neuroscience tied in with what you're seeing as well, right? It's clear you've got an interest in neuroscience too.
Yeah. And, I'm curious as to why people are fooled. So that plays into why I love magic. And, it's called a script because there is a sequence to the way things happen. If you go see a production on stage, it's not a haphazard bunch of folks just saying what they want to say, right? There's a variety of sequences in what they say, the lighting cues, the scenery, and that makes it a wonderful production and you connect with that production. Nothing against improv, but there's a reason why you don't go to Broadway or the West End of London to see an improv show, because it's not as scripted and not as, I hate to use the word formulaic, but when things work, they work, right? And so that show has been tested, it's brought out, things are changed to make it where it is. I, performed in a production at a theme park, and I had to do 365 shows over the course of 6 months. So that's 5 shows a day, 5 days a week. And each show, I focused on one thing to make better. And so by the end of that 6 month run, that was polished to perfection with a cast of 22 people. And, the show was much different on day one than it was on, 6 months later. And so when you look at your content and you look at your marketing, you have to be okay with being bad to start with.